Artico's back for a new season of great stories. Immerse yourself in the Van Gogh experience, the tragic beauty of the Gun Violence Memorial Project. Pop surrealism and a distinctive menu makes a hot hangout. Check out Doodle Hatch, a special market where humans and fantasy folks meet. And Planet Word, where words and language come to life. And that's not all. Artico, the best art show in the DMV. Queens, New York native Shane Pomahambo is a longtime art lover and collector. Over the years, he discovered a passion for the lowbrow art movement coming out of California. After moving to our area, he opened the Art Wino Gallery in 2007, introducing the art form to the DMV. He also started Blind Wino, an arts club in Southwest DC. From there, his vision grew, and today he's the owner of one of the hottest spots in Northern Virginia.
I think everything in life is all about a journey. So the first 10 years of Art Wino's life, the first 3 years was to establish my name as an art gallery. The second 3 years was doing events, getting momentum and following. And in the last 4 years, we did a lot of pop-up venues like Blind Wino, H Street, Austin, Texas, Miami, and Richmond. And the idea was to kind of bring that to the people. And so when I reached my 10-year anniversary, I said, all right, so how do I do my next 10 years? Like, what have I done in the past, and how do I improve on it? And that's where Wino came in. So it's kind of the best of what I've done in the last 10 years in one location, one house, if you will. This is the artist that's on display. That's Woz from LA. The art that we showcase here is all-encompassing. It's street art, it's muralists, illustrated, it's artists, you name it. So it's pretty much, I guess the best thing I call it is pop surrealist, because it's very much about pop culture. The art opening is, so we have 6 feature walls in the middle of the space. Those are for the solo shows or group shows. So those shows get completely replaced with a new show every month. And it's all for sale. And the artists come out, so you get to meet the artists. Sometimes they do live sketches, sometimes they sell different merchandise as well. And this is Karatos from Hong Kong. And it was really neat because she painted the inside as well.
Oh, it's inside?
Yeah. It's like a yin-yang.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
I want to isolate people in private rooms or this area, that function. I want it to be all open plan so that it's very much a social place that people can kind of walk in and out of. So the gallery, of course, is right in the middle of everything, so front and center. We have a little retail component, which is really neat because in order to see those custom collectibles, you have to go to New York or California. So we're bringing that to the DC metro area, which is really neat. We have 3 bars. So the front bar is a tasting bar, and that's where you'll be able to try different spirits, beers, and wines. So this is Rodrigo Pradell from Leesburg, Virginia. He immediately found me, we hit it off, and did a whole bunch of stuff together. My background is art gallery, so for me, I'm all about promoting the arts. And whenever I can get arts in front of people, it's magical. And so the restaurant platform and the bar platform, I thought was a natural progression to what I'm doing because I'm showcasing different creatives. In this case, the chef with the beautiful art that he does, which is the food and the craft cocktails. It's all hand squeezed and they're all works of art. And so the idea is you bring the best of the best in one location, and then they do what they do best. And so when people come, they see all the beautiful art and the ambiance, the art shows, the retail, and really good food and really good drinks. So they'll tell their friends and keep coming. So we have monthly art shows. We select different artists to come from all over the world. In our space, we have 4 murals. They're from all over the world. So we have Karatos from Hong Kong. We have Woz from LA. We have Dragon 76 from Brooklyn, and then we have a local artist Rodrigo. So that's really a neat way to kind of show West Coast, East Coast, international, and local, and how people do it differently. So business has been great since we opened. People have come 3 or 4 times already, and they're telling all their friends, they're telling me it's their favorite new place. And I think a lot of people just love the vibe, you know, the energy of it, because of the art. I mean, the art does all the work for it, so.
The nation's capital, like many cities across the country, is grappling with rising gun violence, claiming countless lives, destroying families. At the National Building Museum in Washington, the Gun Violence Memorial Project puts a spotlight on and pays tribute to lives cut short. 4 houses, each built of 700 glass bricks, referencing the number of people in the U.S. killed by gunfire each week. The houses hold numerous mementos of victims, from jewelry to prayer books to baby shoes.
One of my favorite memories, we went to every game he ever played in. So we got to see him as a, 8-year-old, 7, 8-year-old, all the way until he was 18. And we never missed a game.
So the houses are made out of wood. The bricks, it's more like a lattice work, and then they're sandwiched together with glass. So we have continued to add objects to the memorial as time has gone by. There was a collection just a few days ago in Philadelphia. Those will go in later this month. There's sort of objects of individuals and people that are related. It's devastating that there's a family here, a mother and 3 daughters who were killed by a family member who are represented here. But their family wants them to be remembered. And they will continue on indefinitely. Sadly, that we could fill every one of these bricks many times over with the gun violence in this country. We've had lots of people who have come through who have family members represented in these memorials, people who have lost loved ones to gun violence, and then some people who haven't. But this really puts a face to all these names and numbers that we see on the news every day, and I think people were really moved by that.
Kenneth was the center of our family. Kenneth had just taken his brother to his 3rd tour of duty in Afghanistan to support Iraqi freedom, only have to be brought back a week later to bury his brother in a free country.
My son was Jerry Wright. He was shot and killed at the Pulse shooting in Orlando on June 12, 2016. Jerry was a wonderful, caring, loving human being.
We have lots of exhibitions at the National Building Museum right now. This is actually part of a larger exhibition about Mass Design Group. They are an architecture firm out of Boston and Kigali, Rwanda. They do work across the country. They talk about their work as all about health and healing. The Gun Violence Memorial is up through September of next year, 2023, so there's plenty of time to come and see it. It is free to the public. We made sure that we could make that happen. We don't want there to be any impediment for someone to come and experience this. The Gun Violence Memorial Project, we really hope our visitors come out of this just continuing to be concerned about this epidemic in the country and putting these faces to these names and numbers out there. And we hope that they can make a difference and everyone will stay alert to this and aware of what's going on and make a difference in the world.
Howard alum Ine Nielsen describes her music as a fusion of R&B, hip-hop, and pop, and counts Amy Winehouse, Diana Ross, and Lauryn Hill as some of her biggest influences. During the pandemic, the DC native posted videos of herself singing on YouTube, and the effort caught the eye of some important folks at the NBC network.
And one of the casting directors actually saw one of my videos and reached out to me and said that they thought I'd be a great fit for The Voice. So I submitted like 3 or 4 songs, and from there it was a whole interview process, and then I ended up on the show. And then they called an emergency contact, which was my mom. So when she answered, she was like, "Wait, Ina, come here." And then she put on speakerphone, and they said that I made the cut and that they'd be flying me out to LA. And we like put ourselves on mute and like started screaming. It was a whole thing.
When you hold me you just did.
Thank you.
And I love that because that means that you're a competitor and that you're ready to go
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
This whole show is about finding a voice that's special. And you, my friend, are super special, different from anybody else on the show.
I have never performed on a stage that big with that many people watching. And being able to give my 110% and actually have a chair turn around for me was an amazing, because I felt like it validated everything that I had said in my head that this is what I wanted to do. Working with the coaches, working with Kelly Clarkson, she's exactly who she looks like on TV, her personality, she's this warm, mother-like figure. So that was really cool to just be in her presence and get to be mentored by her. She was like, you can do amazing runs, but you don't have to do that all the time. So I feel like it was a very humbling experience because I stepped back and reevaluated how I sang and made my music more purposeful versus trying to do a bunch of backflips with my voice. The biggest takeaway from The Voice, surprisingly, is that community is so important. I think going into the competition, a lot of us were like, we're here to sing and basically show our talents and like that's it. But reality is, it's not fun unless you make friends. And that's like the approach I took. I've met so many people who are I'm still friends with. Everyone I met from The Voice, I'm still friends with. Going to Howard was an amazing step because it allowed me to learn how to be confident in it. I feel blessed to have gone to this school and all the support that has come from being here. So my YouTube channel is basically my name with music X, because I had to be different. I name musics with an X. And I post YouTube videos, all my music videos are there, all my original music. And it's just a place where I feel free and creative and able to just express myself in a way that hopefully, if you watch, you enjoy. Yeah, so I have a lot of new things coming. I got music videos coming out, performances coming, singles, so you just gotta stay tuned.
Vincent van Gogh. He was born in the Netherlands in 1853, the son of a pastor. For years, he thought his true calling was preaching the gospel, and it took nearly a decade before he decided to dedicate his life to art. His technique was bold, characterized by stirring brushstrokes and intense color. A new 360-degree digital art exhibition invites you to step into the universe of the Dutch genius. It's called Van Gogh, the immersive experience. Surround yourself with projections of his sketches, drawings, paintings on floor-to-ceiling screens. Indulge your senses as you learn about the life and work of this amazing artist.
And I'm from Austin, Texas. We drove into Washington, D.C. today from Charlottesville just for the purpose of seeing this exhibit. And it's just completely unique. Once you put on the visual apparatus, it's like you're not in this room anymore at all.
Over the years, Van Gogh endured alternating bouts of madness and lucidity. During his brief career, he sold only one painting, was poor and overworked. His finest works were produced in less than 3 years. But even in death, he's considered a rock star of the post-impressionist movement. Van Gogh, the immersive experience, can be found in D.C. at the corner of 5th and Rhode Island Avenue, a short distance from the Metro. Open weekdays 10 to 8, weekends 9 to 9. Doodle Hatch. Well, what might that be? Well, for sure, not just a cute and catchy phrase. Instead, a one-of-a-kind destination in Columbia, Maryland, created by artist and art clothing designer Lee Anderson. She's also the founder of the Manic Art Sculpture on the Human Form competition and co-founder of the Fantasy World Festival. DoodleHatch's mission is to inspire creativity and to support a clientele with unique fashion requirements.
DoodleHatch is a pretend department store for mythological creatures, time travelers, and galactic tourists. We created it to allow all these creatures to have a place to shop when they were visiting the planet Earth. Now, humans are very welcome. We do like them to come costumed so they blend with the rest of our customers. If you're meeting your space alien visitor, this is where you would meet them. And then you would take them to the galactic telephone and telegraph where you would phone home to let their mother know they had arrived safely. These are the 72 rules when you visit DoodleHatch. It costs $5 for a human child. That's you. You don't shape-shift or turn into other animals?
Not
okay,
that I know of.
This is good. It may happen later when you hit puberty. It's $7 for human adults, it's $10 for unicorns, and $12 for dragons. Now, we love dragons, but we do charge them a little bit more because if they get a cough, it can cause a fire. If you're a giant shopping for a cardigan, you can get them here at DoodleHatch. This is Celeste wearing one of our giant cardigans. If you're a space alien and you've got your pajamas and you have 4 arms and 4 legs, we have those too. We have a bedding department, bed, bath and coffin. If you are a giant looking to shop for a lovely oversized bed, we have them available at DoodleHatch. We also have cute books that you can read while you're testing the bed and having a little nap. And we have coffins all blinged out if you are a vampire and need a new bed yourself. These artworks were made by Meg Shapp out of fashion magazines and plastic newspaper bags. She twisted the newspaper bags into tight little strings, made flowers, wiled them and put a sparkly in the middle and then created that stunning artwork. These ones here were actually created by the fabulous Robert Reed.
Lee studied art in New Zealand before moving to the U.S. 30 years ago. And although DoodleHatch is her passion, something she does for the community, her actual day job is making clothes, including everything from $30 ready-to-wear to this $8,000 couture gown. Some of her clients have included the Queen of Spain, the Crown Prince of Thailand, and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester.
Our unicorns come in so that you can groom them and paint their horns. You can also take a ride on them because they move on wheels. This is part of our housing department. Hobbits like to come here to buy a hobbit house, and in the meantime, little humans get to play in them.
Wow, so tell me about this bridge.
Well, this is a troll bridge. This is part of our housing department. Trolls can come here and shop for a house.
Are there any trolls here now?
Not currently today, but there will be at Fantasywood Festival in May. And real troll will be under there trying to grab the children and eat them. Yeah, we love that. This is where the trolls come and make their troll house cookies. They like to use nice organic product and very famous recipes. They use organic ingredients like freshly peeled slugs and free-range cockroaches, and they have some wonderful recipes like this maggot macadamia. This is the Dead and Breakfast Cafe. You can come here for some food, but it's not very filling, as you can see. When humans visit DoodleHatch, we have a lot of activities going on. Everything is interactive here. But we also have special activities like painting and colouring and drawing and things that go on every day. And some days we also have extra activities like Shrinky Dink workshop, doing rock painting, or doing any other activities like theatre, dance and music. We also have a special activity going on now, which is just for adults. It does take about 2 hours of training time, but that's free. And you can create what we call a gallery glass window. It's going to be 88 feet long by 7 feet high, and it will be along the side of the building. And this is a matching mural to the mural out the front, which is 140 foot long by 8 foot high, that was created by 100 people earlier in 2020 and 21. So we are just all-encompassing. We just want everybody who's into fantasy and creativity to come and join us and have fun, and we are just super open to any new ideas.
Word is the world's first voice-activated museum is located right here in D.C. From the speaking willow tree to painting with words to a magical library. Welcome to Planet Word, where words and language come to life.
Our founder, Ann Friedman, this is her brainchild. She created Planet Word out of her own love for words and language, and she wanted to bring that to everyone who visits the museum.
Salam alaikum. My name is Mariam, and I am from Senegal.
There are so many things to do and experience at Planet Word. The museum is on 3 levels, so the first level that you visit is all about language acquisition and how we acquire words, where do words come from. One of the highlights on that floor is a 22-foot word wall that is interactive. It talks to you, you talk to it.
Hey, I'm not doing all the talking here. See these mics? They're for you. Anytime you see this icon, it's your turn to talk. It's okay if you talk at the same time.
The second floor is all about the creative things that we do with words and language. So there is a very fun karaoke lounge where you learn songwriting techniques and you actually get to sing your favorite songs. There's also a brilliant magical library where books come to life. There is a secret poetry nook where you can sit and relax and listen to poetry. There's also a humor gallery where you can have fun and tell jokes to your family member or friend and make each other laugh. The tree behind me is the speaking willow, and it was created by Raphael Hemmer, a artist who does this kind of medium, and you walk under the tree and you hear all these different languages, speeches, poems, people talking, but in a variety of different languages. And as you move around the tree, the languages follow you and speak to you. So it's a wonderful addition to the museum. So language starts on the outside and continues as you go through. Well, I think people should always look on our website. We have wonderful programming. We will hopefully start doing in-person programming, but all of it, for the most part, has been virtual. But we try to offer a variety of different programming for different age levels. So that's something that we're really proud of, that we've been able to do. In addition to the exhibitions at Planet Word, we also have a wonderful museum shop, and the museum is free. So come check us out.
The Planet Word Museum is open Thursday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thanks for joining us today. We leave you with more amazing images from the Van Gogh Immersive Experience. Until next time, always remember to follow your art.